Hi everyone, welcome back to the ReConvert channel. I am Ruth here, and today I am joined with Alek, who is the top 1% rated Shopify merchant and has the best-selling Shopify course on the Balkan area. Alek, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, same. So we're gonna talk today about your experience with ReConvert on your Shopify store that was the 1% top rated merchant that gave you the title of the top 1%. So just to kick it off, I would love to hear a little bit about why you decided to install ReConvert. What was the pain point that you were trying to solve?
Of course, well, the first thing was every store that has a high revenue should have an upsell, right? Upsell system. And we were trying to find the best one, the one that will not lower the conversion rate, not even a bit, because it can happen sometimes if you're forcing something too much during the process. It can happen that somebody just bounce and you will lose a potential customer. While at ReConvert, you can get and make an upsell and get another purchase after the purchase has already been made. So there is zero percentage that you will lose a potential customer. And the thing is that you can do it with just one click it's making it unreal. And ReConvert brought us just really a lot of money during 1 year. So that's why I'm here right now.
Do you feel comfortable sharing any numbers about how much ReConvert helped you generate?
Yes, ReConvert brought us, just ReConvert without anything else, brought us almost $90,000, like something around $85,000 in 12 months. So that's some crazy numbers from one app. So it's very powerful. And I just feel very thankful. And I think it was a good decision to have it.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, because I think sometimes post-purchase upselling is not taken as seriously as it could be because the person already bought, but it can really help jumpstart your average order value. So just to give people watching some context, can you tell us a little bit what the niche you were selling in was, the type of product? Was it high ticket, low ticket items?
Yes. Well, mostly we try to aim for low ticket items. We don't go for high ticket ones because I don't see the point to do that, because testing is very expensive, and I don't think there is any other benefits. So we were trying to keep the prices as low as possible, and our price was around $30 for a product that cost like maybe $5 when we get it to our agent in China. We were selling a toothpaste actually for stained teeth, and usually we try to keep it in the health and beauty niche as much as possible. It's kind of dangerous because you're walking on the edge all the time because of potential suspension. So it's an art to do it on high to do high revenue and not get suspended for any reason, because we're keeping all fully white. We don't promote anything that's bad or have any false claims or anything like that. So we are just keeping it very straight and direct. And that's how we made over 5 million in 12 months in that niche.
That's very impressive. So were you drop shipping, or did you have your own warehouse that the products were getting to?
We have an agent in China. So It's not our warehouse. We just have an agent. So it's somewhere in between, because when you order in bulk, it would definitely lower the cost of shipping and shipping time, and the lower cost of production as well. But there is some risk, and there is some risk that you will not sell it, or that you will wait it for 30 days and something bad can happen. And I didn't want that risk. I love drop shipping just because there is no that risk. So you're doing drop shipping so you don't have to fight with those things. And then if you want to make a fulfillment center somewhere in Europe or US, you are taking a risk on yourself. When I try to figure out if it's worth it, I'm just not sure, and I didn't want that stress. That's all. So the agent was fine. We did it with an agent.
Yeah, I love that there are right now so many solutions for people who want to start an e-commerce business and don't have the funds to start either manufacturing or buying in bulk, and you can just create a solution that helps you grow into these places, but kind of helps you get started with lower revenue and lower funds, basically. That's kind of what we wanted to do with ReConvert too. We wanted to look at things that Amazon does on their thank you page and eBay and all of these big players and say, okay, how do we make this approachable for merchants who are starting out, who don't have a lot of money?
Yeah, learning from the best. It always works.
Yeah, exactly. So can you pinpoint one moment where you were like, okay, ReConvert is working, it's generating revenue?
Well, it started from the very beginning, actually. There was no sudden moment where it just exploded because it was working from the very first day, but it was proportionally scaling as we had a bigger revenue. So it was always like some decent percent of all sales came with ReConvert, but I didn't really track it that much because, I just see the revenue, everything is fine, we are making profits, blah, blah, blah. And then in one moment, I'm like, okay, let's see the report. And I just made like a column to see what brought us which percentage of revenue. And like, is it possible that it's not maybe half, but like almost half of the profits came from the ReConvert at one point, like when we had like maybe 10K a day or something like that, which is really crazy because first you don't spend you don't have any ad cost for an upsell after purchase, right? You're making a sale for the same price as the first one, but this one is ad cost completely free, right? There is no ad cost.
Yeah.
So you are making basically twice the profit than you made on the first sale. So that's the crazy part. And that's why I think it's essential, and just, it would be stupid not to have it.
Yeah, that's also why we tell a lot of our customers that they can provide a larger discount post-purchase because their customer already returned the investment. So you can basically kind of take how much money you usually spend on a customer running ads and instead give them a discount to get them to purchase again and keep the same ROI, like without hurting your actual revenue and actual profit from the sale. Yeah,
absolutely.
And can you share a little bit about some of the widgets that worked the best in your store? You said you used like the one-click activation, so you used the conversion monster, but were there any widgets that you felt like worked best, that you liked the most?
Well, that's the main one, definitely, like the after purchase, because we would give percentage, like a discount on the second sale. So everybody wanted to get like a new one because they would give it to maybe a friend or somebody, or just, it was a toothpaste, so you need like 2 or 3 or 5, why not? So if you're already waiting for like 2 weeks for it to arrive, why don't you get like two toothpastes? Sorry. So the second thing we used at one point was I think a timer. So it's not everybody likes it. I mean, the platforms don't really like it, but it works. So the timer works for sure. That's what we like. Any widget that will do scarcity will work. You just have to make sure that it's balanced out. So there is no forcing, and like you don't want to be scammy. You don't want to look scammy. You want to look clean and neat, and just put a bit of scarcity there. But if your product is good, and if you have a good website and a good upsell system, you're fine. So I think that like most of the sales came from the post-purchase upsell one. That is secure.
So the post-purchase pages and not the thank you page, this is where you got most sales?
Post-purchase is the best one. Yeah, post-purchase, like the screen they get. I mean, sorry, the post-purchase is basically a thank you page, right? Because it says like, thank you for your purchase, blah, blah, it will arrive, there is a map. And if you want, you can get another one with a discount. So it was, that part was working like crazy.
Yeah, so I think when you installed the app, we still didn't have the one-click upsell options. So it was just a thank you page. And it really, the pop-up with timer, I think it still is our best converting widget, which it works because of the scarcity, because there's a sticky button bar and things that kind of remind the customer that they should complete the purchase. Yeah.
Yeah, the sticky button it's very important, because I'm trying to explain to, especially to newbies, like the beginner doesn't understand how important it is to make it, to make the conversion rate high and how to do it. So they just have like buy button, regular one on like whole landing page. They have one buy button. I'm like, yeah, but you never know what part of that landing page will be a trigger for a potential buyer to convert to buyer, to make a purchase, right? So you want them to have a visible button at any moment. You don't want them to scroll, but and then they will tell me, yeah, but they have a button, they know where the button is. No, you cannot think like that. You have to make it as smooth as possible. You want, the whole idea is to make the whole buying process as easy as possible and as smooth as possible. So they don't even like feel it. It's just bam, you made a purchase, especially since most of our traffic is from Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So when they see an ad and they visit our site, that was not the moment they planned to buy our product. They saw it randomly. They saw it completely randomly. They didn't type it in to make a purchase. They didn't plan to do it. And you have to be a very good seller to make somebody buy something that they didn't even plan to. So if you make a good targeting and make a, like I said, a very easy buying process, that's the only way like that you can get, especially to the top 1%. So that's what it takes.
Yeah, I think it's treating the product page as a landing page. Like a mistake that I've seen a lot of first-time merchants make is that they think the homepage has to be perfect, and then the product page is an afterthought. But actually, if you're running ads, this is your landing page. This has to be the converting page. And that's also one of the reasons I always recommend friends and people who want to open stores to use Shopify, because I just spoke recently to a friend who an expert made a store for her on, I think it was WooCommerce, and she didn't even have a call to action above the fold. So like, I'm not saying you can't do it on WooCommerce, but I'm just saying on Shopify, without using any experts, without anyone doing anything, just out of the box, you get these pages that are actually optimized for conversion. So I think it's a really important point. Yeah.
I tried WooCommerce as well, and it lasted for like 2 weeks maybe, and I just, okay, this is not for me, I cannot do it. There is just too many small things that are not like smooth enough that everything works. And like even the apps, I don't like apps on WooCommerce. So it looks like everything's made, how do you say, like with a stick, and how do you say when something is not smooth, like, so it was very weird and not professional. So
yeah. Okay. And we were talking before about the best converting widgets and the things that you like the most to use on the thank you page. But now in ReConvert, we also have something that I don't know if you even got to use, that is the one-click upsell post-purchase. So it's the new features that Shopify released about a year ago that allows us to provide this option. But basically, you complete the checkout, and before you get to the thank you page, you see a full page upsell. In our case, you can add a timer, you can change, the text, the discount, whatever you want. And that's scarcity. Plus, it's a full page thing where they have to choose accept or decline. And it's like a one-time offer. And this is, while the pop-up with timer is the best converting widget, these things are the best converting feature, basically, because it's just in your face and it's one click. You don't have to re-enter your credit card information or anything like that. And it's just added to the order. So I think slowly Shopify are upgrading the options here, and we're keeping along to make sure that the merchants using ReConvert have the best possible solution to upsell to their customers. And not just upsell, retain customers, re-engage with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't know about that. That feature till, well, like, of course we couldn't know like when will it become available. I think we did use it in one period, so like maybe half the time, because it didn't exist when we started, like, so but I'm pretty sure we used it, and it's kind of like a thank you page offer, but just better. it's I don't know. I like when you think that there is nothing more you can do about it. It's like bam, and everything is like even on a higher level. So yeah, I'm sad that we couldn't use it like for a whole year, because like I told you, it was not possible probably for you either. You had to wait for Shopify to make it possible, blah blah blah. But we did for I think around maybe half a year.
I also think that, I mean, this feature is amazing for when you first complete the order, but the thank you page is the only place where customers come back to. They come back to the thank you page by average in most stores 2-3 times per order. So even if they made the order a week ago and they're just coming in to check on their order and see what's going on, they'll suddenly see a special offer and they might make another order. And that's something I think a lot of the times people overlook and kind of forget about. So we always make sure to remind people of that, and you can do different triggers so that first time they see the thank you page, they see specific widgets. Second time, they might see something different, because you don't want to say, have a pop-up that says, thank you for your order, get a limited time offer of 20%, and it shows up a week later as well, because then it seems kind of scammy.
Of course, there was a reason why didn't they buy the first time. So you need to make a better deal, or maybe a different product or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So I think you provided a lot of context and value for people who are thinking about using ReConvert or really any post-purchase upselling. I think it's a very powerful tool for any merchant, for any store to kind of grow and just improve their profitability. I would love to get from you some of your best tips for someone either starting out in e-commerce or wanting to optimize the funnel to improve profitability. What would you recommend?
Well, I would recommend for every beginner to do very, very efficient testing. First, that's the most important thing, like the testing. So don't waste too much time on every product, like making it perfect. Like better completed than perfect, So you want it, you want to test as much as possible, and then as soon as something gives any signal that it's a potential winner, all right, bam, you focus on that full time and just make it to look as good as possible. And then everything we mentioned, you want all of that on your landing page, you want all of that in the buying process, and then you invest your time into that product. But you do not do it for every product. You just first, because you will burn out your time, energy, and resources, right? So you want to wait for those products that give you a sign, that gives some results, and then you invest into them. So don't wait for things to be perfect, and just start right away, and then learn in the process as well. That's very important, because a lot of people I see, they don't start. They are stuck for a year because of some random things they think like that are just in their heads, that doesn't even exist as a real problem. But what if this, what if that? No, you have to go and then learn in the process. That's the second thing I would advise them.
I love that. I think it goes back to the 80-20 rule. So basically,
absolutely,
yeah, invest 20% in all of your products, and then only the winner ones, give the rest of the 20%, the 80% to them, because it's just not worth it before it. And you need to focus on the things that actually move the needle. Yeah.
And then what happens, there is one thing that follows the previous mistake. And that's like, if you wanted to make some product perfect, and that's just not a winner, you're not going to make any money. And then you feel, how would you say it, like stuck to that product, or like connected, or how do you say it? Like when you invest too much time,
you fall in love with it. You
just don't want to let it go, and you just keep losing money and time, and you're getting frustrated. So don't do it. Like just test as much as possible. When something shows any signal, focus on it.
It's funny. We have a separate channel where we talk about SaaS and software, and we say the same thing there. Like, don't fall in love with your product. Develop something, test it out as it's lean, as you haven't invested too much in it, because once you did, you feel the need to justify this investment, and then you'll fight for it no matter what. But the market is telling you something different, so you have to be realistic and listen to the market. That's a very important point.
Listen to the market. I really like that. I will remember that. Listen to the market.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. So again, thank you so much for sharing your experience and this information. For anyone who wants to connect with you or, see more from you, where can they find you?
Probably Instagram is the best place. So it's Alek.middleman, Alek with a K. And I don't know why middleman, All right, sure. Thank you for that. And I'm planning a YouTube channel as well to start a YouTube channel in English language, because I've been doing in Serbian for a while. So I think it's time for a level up and to go worldwide and share some tips with everybody.
Awesome. That's exciting. So if you have it by the time we publish this, then we'll definitely link the channel as well. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Guys, if you have any questions for me or for Alek or anything that we talked about today, feel free to put them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer everyone. And that's it. Have a great day.